Good morning, everybody. Welcome. Here we are, Podlie Podcast, episode 220.
Is it 220?
220 today.
Yo, mama.
Can you believe it? We're 80 away from 300. We have to start planning our 300th episode.
It's a 3-day marathon.
Yeah, remember 100,
72 hours.
100th episode was a full 24-hour nonstop live stream.
Yeah.
So
was that 100?
that was at 100.
Yeah, so
That's right, that
300,
was
we got to do
100.
72 hours.
That's right. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That seems like a long time. Anyway, welcome. Here we are, Podlie Podcast. We do have a guest with us, so I'll get to that in a second. So again, Bill, Paul, and Cliff to hang out for this Saturday morning for you. Hopefully, everybody has had a really good week. And let's introduce our guest right now, as our subject looks like alcohol again. It's our second time now. We had Manuel later. So with us this morning, Hailey Sidam. And Hailey is also with the Music Society of Strathcona County. She also has Hailstorm Hospitality as well. And she's going to mix some Ravenades, which is our signature cocktail that we have at the Ravenade Music Festival. But before we get to testing and talking about Hailey and her business and making of Ravenades, I got to do our usual thing. Cliff, how was the week?
Screw the week, man. I'm about to do some day drinking.
All right, Paul.
Who cares about the week? It's about day drinking.
Last weekend, Heritage Days was great. This weekend, Folk Fest is great. Hailey's here. Let's drink.
Everybody's easy. I'm off too. I'm selling tickets for Volunteer Strathcona as I'm on their board. We're doing a 50-50. It's the 50th year of Volunteer Strathcona. So we're doing a 50-50 this year to raise some money for the organization because it is a charitable nonprofit. So I'm off to sell 50-50 tickets after we're done the podcast here this morning.
Okay, but you guys are not going to win. Just saying.
Yeah. So Cliff and Leslie Ann have tickets. Leslie Ann's here watching, by the way.
We have an off camera guest as well.
We have a live audience. Good morning, Jamie. Good
That's
morning,
the lovely
Laura.
Leslie Ann over here.
We have the wave of one going on over there. That's what we got. That's what we got.
It's the Leslie Ann wave.
Yeah, she's hanging out with us. All right. Well, since we're going to get right to this.
By the way, that was the quickest introduction we've ever had. Let's drink.
That's probably the quickest one we have ever done. Hello, Jamie. Good morning to you as well.
Morning,
all right,
Jamie.
Hailey. So first of all,
Morning, William.
let's before we get into making Ravenades, tell us a bit about yourself, how you got into actually even doing bartending, and where that all came from.
Yeah. So my name's Hailey. I've decided to start an independent business with Hailstorm Hospitality. And so I grew up in restaurants. My great grandmother and mother served in restaurants, and when I was a 6-year-old rowing cutlery. I loved it. I loved people. I loved the hustle and bustle. I always was just blown away by people's stories. If you could sit and talk with a person for 10 minutes, you would learn the world. I did hospitality growing up. 16 was hostess, worked my way up serving. And then I just flourished in the bar. I loved the connection. I love the communication. I love the creative freedom that it gives you with the cocktails, with people, energies, and understanding why people like the drinks they like. There's so many stories behind it. As good as the alcohol tastes, I believe the connections that come from it is the point behind it.
Point behind it.
Yes. As fun as, having a glow and a buzz is, I like the connection time as well.
I wonder if you could tell me why I love the drinks that I like. That would be very interesting.
Yeah,
that would be a lot of fun.
It does. You get to know a person, and sometimes, like, Bill was talking about whiskey earlier, but don't put water in it. There's a different personality that likes a press on a drink. I do. I think it is. And but yeah, it's funny. But I actually find whiskey drinkers are more deep thought, deep talkers. So that's what I know. But yeah, no, so that's kind of how I got it going. And then, worked in the hospitality industry for over a decade, then, settled down, had kids, and then wanted to regain myself after becoming a mom, and starting an independent business for mobile bartending has been amazing. I've met some wonderful clients, got some wonderful experiences. RavenWood is a blast.
Okay, so talk about that Hailstorm mobile bartending. Talk about that specifically.
So yeah, I just do mobile bartending services. So I charge per hour for a service. I can get ice. I do custom cocktail menus, weddings that I've been booking, love his and hers, drinks for the couple. So like I said, that creative freedom, but also pleasing the clients' asks and wants. But yeah, no, I'm going down to Busby to do a wedding in September. I do our local RavenWood Festival. So yeah, it literally is mobile bartending for any event and occasion, and just adding that craft to your experience.
Sweet. I mean, there's something about going for drinks, and then there's something about the drinks coming to you.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a cool gig, Hailey. Sounds like a cool gig, and you've certainly been more than an asset to the Ravenwood Music Festival and the music club that we have going on in last year. You know, we do eight shows a year. This year, the location is still up for grabs, I guess.
Yeah.
But Hailey's been doing a music club now for a while. Such a great environment at Salisbury Greenhouse. Have a few drinks, listen to some acoustic music. This has all been a good thing. So we just figured that perhaps the Podlie podcast folks, the Podlie peeps as we call them, would enjoy a nice little chat and to watch us drink. Unfortunately, you can't have any, but we can. So you can live vicariously through us.
It's 10 a.m. on a Saturday morning. We're drinking. What are you doing?
Well, it's not. It's noon somewhere.
That's
or 5
right.
o'clock
That's
somewhere.
right.
So-
What are you doing? We're
I
drinking.
think, and so again, Hailey's been with Ravenwood since 2019. You've been with us since
right
our
away.
First year,
first year,
2018.
2018. You joined us. Yeah. So she's been with us even before we did the first festival.
The very start.
Yeah, I do it in
Yeah, right
2019.
I
you
felt
did.
so young then. Look at us go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you guys want, I have 2 cocktails, and I kind of want to throw a twist on a regular Ravenade.
Nice.
And I will give kudos to Paul for the name. I won't take all the credit.
No, it wasn't me.
Ravenade
I don't think it was me.
We were playing with names. I was playing around with it, and I just couldn't find something that rang. And you said Ravenade.
Was I in the middle of a couple of
You were
Ravenades when I
in
said
the
that?
middle of about
Because
two.
I don't remember that. Honestly, I really don't.
You had
No.
about 2,
Oh, all right.
and
I'll take it.
Yeah, no, you were in the middle of 2, and we just kept playing with names, and it was actually Paul that said Ravenade, and then I was like, you know what, Ravenade, it stuck, and it's wonderful. But I want to do a twist on it because I've been playing with honey and gin, and I've been experimenting at our music shows with a honey Ravenade.
Have you ever played with honey and gin?
I never played with honey and gin before. I'm like, sounds could be fun.
You said could be fun. Could
I
get
don't-
mess. Could get
Whatever
sticky.
you do on your Saturday evening
Could get
Exactly.
sticky.
is your Saturday evening.
How you would like to use your honey and gin is up to you.
Yes.
You said
We're not judging.
you're doing a twist
Not that there's anything wrong
on a
with that.
regular Ravenade. So first of all, what's a regular Ravenade?
So our regular Ravenade is a very simple take home easy recipe as well as it is. We wanted simple, refreshing, and just enjoyable. So we work with Hawk Prohibition, and they have Sir Periwinkle gin, and it's actually hibiscus and butterfly pea, which makes that purple
Butterfly what?
pea.
Okay.
It's like
That's why you're
peanut
seeing
powder.
rainbows at the end.
But it gives it that purple essence, which makes it the purple vibe. For our Ravenwood has a purple hue to it always, and then it's just a mix of the Ravenwood or the gin with lemonade, just simple, refreshing. And the twist is either adding a little teaspoon of honey, or if you'd like to, I like to work with honey simple syrup. The prep doesn't always happen, but they get you the same results. But yeah, honey simple syrup, if anyone's ever looking for a simple syrup or honey simple syrup, it's a 1-to-1 ratio with water, 1 cup, and then you reduce. And once it reduces into liquid form, you let it cool, and you have your homemade simple syrup with anything. You can do infusions. If a lot of people are in backyard gardens right now, have a lot of thyme or rosemary, very easy to infuse and make home cocktails as well.
Sweet.
Yeah.
I don't know if you could comment on this, but just through my provincial travels, gin is really popular in this province. There's so many gin distilleries I'm finding. Have you noticed that in or out of the ordinary?
I think we have like a wonderful, like there, if you go in the Rocky Mountains, juniper berries are crazy. So
That's why.
it would make sense because the cool thing about gin is because it's actually a juniper berry and not a grain being distilled, it actually affects like your it gets you buzzed in a different way
different
per
way.
sense. It goes to your head
Wild.
rather than to your liver. It's really cool. So a lot of people actually find it more enjoyable even just for bodies. They don't feel as heavy.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's cool because it's a juniper berry. But
Yeah.
I found
I always like to
plenty-
start with gin. Like if I know I'm gonna have a like a kind of a long night of, you know, cocktails and fun,
yeah.
I would like to start with gin
Mm.
because it's got a nice. It's like you said, it doesn't go through the liver. It doesn't make you feel heavy. It's light. And you get that, I don't know, like you say, Hailey, it's got a different sort of a buzz to it.
Yeah.
And like if I'm gonna have food and stuff like that, if I start with gin,
Mhm.
it's just nice. It's
It's
a
just-
a nice. It's a lively buzz, not a, you know.
Right, like you don't feel heavy.
Yeah, it's a lively buzz, right?
So if you're starting with gin, what are you moving to after you're done with the gin?
Gin.
More gin.
It depends
Gin.
on the food. It depends on the
Yeah.
food, but then red wine will come in depending on the food, or white wine, whatever the case may be. And I just before food, and I know this is probably only me, but just before food, I really like a shot of whiskey. It works for me as a really good aperitif because all of that stuff, and all of a sudden that nice shot of, especially if it's a nice whiskey, a nice you know, robust whiskey, you get a nice shot, and that's really kind of an aperitif, especially if you're gonna have some red meat or some robust spicy food. I love that. It
Hey,
almost preps the palate.
Kind of on topic. Sorry, Cliff. Kind of on topic, off topic. We were talking about ice in alcohol
Ice, baby.
off camera. Ice, baby. We were talking about ice off camera. Whiskey. Cliff brings up whiskey. Do you or do you not put ice in your scotch or in your whiskey? Hailey, what's your opinion?
Scotch, yes. Whiskey, I do love straight, but with Scotch, I believe that especially if you're going into a peaty or heaviness, I actually prefer dropping water in sometimes. If your whiskey is chilled or Scotch is chilled, I like it. But most time, yes, I am a big cube rocks girl. But I love a press. I just do. I find it opens your palate to receive it better rather than you getting that pungent and going. It's not as enjoyable to sip on. But that is for maybe.
Oh, you're supposed to sip on it? Oh, okay.
the softer palate. Yeah.
Have we told Leslie Ann this?
No, wow, yeah.
Sip.
Leslie Ann.
Which is really weird because as we start to open the bottles, Leslie Ann's chair starts to get closer to ours, you know? It starts to get a little bit closer. And her nose starts to go like this. And, you know?
I'm actually thinking.
Leslie Ann, I love you.
You guys should be able to. I'm going to make you one regular Ravenade and then one honey Ravenade because I do actually want to know your experience on the difference on what the honey tastes
You get
like.
to play with the honey.
But yes, I might make a little bit, but I will start dressing.
Not the ginger.
I'll start with our regular.
Not that type of podcast, Bill.
And we're again, I asked off camera and was told it was a horrible dad joke because I wanted to know why it was simple serve, not like
Yeah.
smart serve
smart
or,
serve.
or
Would we
hard
be able
serve.
to sneak Leslie some get us more ice, please? That would be so wonderful. But yes, I love ice in all cocktails. There is a time and a place. Martinis, chilled ingredients,
Yeah.
absolutely.
That's my favorite.
But regular summer cocktails, I like ice. Keeps it fresh. Not
And
too
how much
sweet.
ice do you decide that you're going to put in a cocktail? Like you've got this here, but like you normally, like how much do you put in?
You know what? Actually, most times, mixologists will actually start with your ingredients first, so that way you're not over or under putting ice. Because once I've got my ingredients, then I see the room I have to play with, so
Yeah.
that I'm not over diluting or under
Correct.
chilling.
Yeah.
But for me, for today, it's the ice we've got, and I shared it 4 ways.
Love it. No, love it.
That's funny
Love
when you go to the clubs and they get a cocktail. I mean, I'm not a cocktail person anyway.
Yeah.
But you get a cocktail or a girly drink or something for your date. It's like they have a glass this big and it's just jammed with ice and Coca-Cola or
Yep.
whatever the hell the mix is.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I mean, it tastes like shit.
Yep.
It really does. I'm
Yep.
like, if you're gonna make a cocktail,
Well, it tastes
you're
like
gonna
water.
charge me $8. You don't have to fill. You don't have to fill it with ice. At least make it tasty.
Yes.
100%.
the
You know.
I have a lot of people that will like old fashions or like a true.
I love an old fashioned.
Yes, those are wonderful. I've had people that will come up and say, "Oh, I want a double." And I'm like, well, you ruin it at
You
that
ruin
point.
it at that
You
point,
ruin
yeah.
it because at that point there's certain measurements to certain, to hit.
There's a
palate.
reason. There's a reason why an old fashioned tastes so good, right? So if you
Yes.
you order a double old fashioned, now you're gonna taste more of the alcohol, and then
It's not the balanced drink
it's
that
not
the
the balance.
recipe
That's right.
allows
That's
it
right.
to be.
I like a smoked old fashioned.
yeah.
Have you ever had a smoked
No,
one?
I don't think so.
I had one in Vegas actually. And,
Those are
and
wonderful.
so it was actually at PF Chang's, believe it or not.
Wow.
And so they bring out a smoked old fashions, but it comes in, it's all covered, and they bring it to you. And when you lift it up,
It's okay.
the smoke just starts coming out of the drink, and it's all smoke.
Oh,
around it.
sweet! No, I never had that.
Just put it right there. Yeah. It's funny. I'm a martini guy. One of my favorite drinks.
Gin and vodka.
Oh, gin.
Gin.
Martini. And one of the best martinis I ever had was at a movie theater VIP experience. So PH or PJ Chang's,
So
whatever.
what makes the
Yes,
best?
yes.
What makes the best martini?
And I had it at a movie theater. It was weird.
I think I like the vermouth. I like the dryness.
Yeah,
That's
I do
for
too.
me what draws me out.
I just took
and a little bit of bitters. A
Yes.
little
Yeah,
bit of bitters.
Cliff,
Oh,
yeah.
it's fantastic.
I just took a straight whiff of this. I just took a straight smell of this gin.
And you drunk already?
Not yet,
Still
but we're
floralness.
well. Lots of floral, hey?
Well,
Yeah.
it's
Lots
hibiscus,
of
right?
floral. What's
Yeah.
right, but
And
but
like
it
I
really
said,
is. But it's very
juniper berries
pungent.
are
Juniper berry,
right?
Yeah.
And the butterfly pea.
And the butterfly tea.
Powder. I can't remember. I think it was you that first made that joke, and I was like, went over my head.
Wait a minute.
But yes, for the Ravenade, I
You
pour
flipped
one
that
shot,
back to the
1 ounce.
you flipped that back to the 1 ounce. I flipped it straight
the
off to the
one-
1.5.
I figure if we're
What are you doing,
three
Hailey?
Cocktails, I'd keep us responsible. But yeah, for our simple Ravenade, you start with just 1 shot of your periwinkle gin, and then you just mix lemonade.
Make sure everybody. Yeah. There we go.
And then I'll get you to have a couple of sips of it, and then we'll add in the honey. And I want you to tell me your likes, dislikes on the flavor switch up.
So while you're making these, obviously being a bartender, and I know Paul worked in that area many years ago as well, but you talked about getting to know people, and like you've heard all sorts of stories, I'm sure, from different people as they tell you their life story as they're drinking away at the bar.
Yes.
Has there been any over the years? Has there been any stories
Open it.
that have really stood out to you that you can?
Didn't get the.
No, I didn't do that.
I was waiting for the.
It's a 7-Up commercial.
Have there been any stories that you remembered over the years that have really stood out to you that somebody has?
I've gotten some crazy ones. Like one day, this sweetest old lady. She used to come in for tea about once a week.
Come in for tea.
And like I said, I won't name the restaurant or the place or anything, but this just sweet old lady would come in for tea on afternoon lunch times. And it was near the closing of my lunch. There was no other customers. So I just sat down with her. She was just super sweet. And I mean, I do take everything with a grain of salt. I mean, some of these could be real. Some of these could just be people in their heads. But I think I had known her for a couple of years, and I did get to know that more of the story actually was true. But she came down, and it was unfortunately on the day her son had passed. And obviously I just wanted to be there, have a good conversation. But then she got into this conversation of her son was mauled by a bear.
Oh.
Like they used to live up north. And I was just like, I'd never met a person in real life where that really happened.
That actually happened.
It's actually funny that you say that because my cousin's husband's brother passed away that way. Yeah.
And that's the thing. Crazy life happens. But I mean, I've also met authors and tech startup builders and just lovely people with just stories that you're like, wow, yeah, that's not my walk of life, but hearing it from someone, it's just phenomenal. Oh yeah,
Wow.
I guess I made one for me too.
Oh, there you go.
Here's the summer Saturday.
Summer Saturday. That's a good way
Cheers
put
to
it.
you, my friends.
Yes, cheers. Happy
Cheers,
Ravenade.
everybody. Happy Ravenade.
Cheers, everybody.
So yeah, simple. You don't get too much pungent in the alcohol, but you can still taste it. You get the floral notes. You get the lemony. I find that a lemonade's a good balance. Lemon and gin. So citrus, it adds that citrus balance.
You
But
sure taste the honey.
The honey's not in it yet. So that's so wonderful.
So I've had 4 Ravenades before we went on air. Is that true? Is that true? Because I wasn't watching.
No, that's just natural sweetness of the lemonade. I do have to say I like this brand of lemonade. It's not too sweet. I usually would home batch my lemonade, especially you could do fresh would be wonderful. But home batching your lemonade is wonderful. You can make this for outdoor parties and
And the
So
one
this
thing we
le-
should,
sorry.
sorry, Phil, I just say the one thing we should mention as well is, of course, Hawk Prohibition is a local distillery right here in Sherwood Park. So we use, as Hailey does, local suppliers like we've talked about before, manual labor, beer, etc. So again, Hawk, check them out because they are local.
yes, yeah, wonderful. All among stores in Sherwood Park. They have a local distillery. You can go and do tastings. Now, if you'd like, I can add a little teaspoon of honey, and you can tell me if
now
it
there's gonna
actually
be-
changes
Now there's
the
going to be
profile.
honey in it here, Paul.
It'll take a minute just because we used ice. So the
Notice
honey
I'm not talking, so I don't interrupt her with my drink. By the way, while you're doing this, if you're not distracted, you're a professional, so probably
No,
not.
absolutely.
Tell us about mobile bartending. And what I'm specifically curious about, the legalities of mobile bartending. So first of all, if you're a bartender, you need in Alberta, correct me if I'm wrong, not Canada, but Alberta, you need your Pro Serve,
Yes, yeah.
which is what?
It's an AGLC certification. It's a $25 course. It lasts, I think it used to
2
be
years?
5,
Was
but
it
now
that
it's
long?
3. I believe it's 3. If I may have yours, Cliff.
I think I have mine for 5. I think, but
So,
I
yeah,
but I did it
can't
2 years
I
ago.
believe they changed it
Yeah.
to a little bit lower denomination,
Yeah.
because I was just say I redid mine, and I think I'm up in like 2028. But yeah, that covers your liabilities per your service. But within having your service or Pro Serve certification, working independently, working in a place. I mean, if someone were to go home, drink and drive, and you say my name,
Yeah.
I'm still liable. So it ensures that you're responsible enough to look and be aware of the signs and the knowledge that comes with enjoying the fun of alcohol.
Responsible drinking.
So how many?
Yes.
I'm sure it's happened a few times in your careers being a bartender. We've actually had to shut somebody down.
It's very often, and it's always the time where someone will say, "I can handle my liquor," and I say 9 times out of 10, that person
That's
that,
the person.
says it
Yeah.
first is the person
Is the
that's
person
out.
who-
You know, it's funny, right? That's with a lot of things in life, right?
Yeah.
If you have to tell me this about you, it's probably not true about you.
But and becoming a good bartender is also like reading people and having fun with it. I want someone to have a good time. I don't want to be like you're done. So at a wedding I was working the past weekend, there were people that were helping the family, and then they finally were like, okay, I can sit back and drink, and they kind of had a fun and went hard, and you could see the glaze coming. But instead of being like, no, we just kind of played around. I said, have a glass of water for me. And then because they kept wanting to do shots, and I was like, have a glass of water, and then we would make jokes and have the conversation in between, and seeing them drink the water, knowing like there's a time where you can catch someone before they go over that edge of like, let's have fun, be responsible. You don't want to feel like crap. I don't want to make you feel like crap the next day. And so like I've had patrons that are like just wonderful about it. And like, have a glass of water and come back in 10 minutes, or like let's just hold it till after dinner. And they're great. Or I have had the time where I worked, and like I said, so with mobile bartending, there are certain, like I did a private 50th birthday, and they had their own bar set up in their basement. So I mean, I'm also safeguarding on addresses, people knowing where I am. Safeguards of like sending me pictures of your venue and stuff beforehand, not just gonna run into your basement and mix you a drink.
Yeah.
Because at first I was like, you can. It's just like I'm a good person wanting people to have a good time, and all I want to do is provide a good service. So I am a little bit too gullible, and so I put certain safeguards, and you have to running your own business.
Of course, yeah.
But it was his 50th birthday, and I could tell we were doing a specialty old fashions menu. So these are stiff drinks, stiff drinks. And I was like, okay, I really hope these people like are mature adults and know how to drink. And it was wonderful. The way they set up their party was like, we are having, stiffer drinks. We kept 2 friends on the side that are sober full
Oh,
night,
cool.
designated drivers for you. And I was like,
Cool.
at a home party, that is so wonderful.
So good, right?
Yeah.
But then it was kind of funny that the birthday boy was at the limit and he was like, kind of like, oh, give me one more for the night. And I'm like we're nearing up like 1 a.m. And like most of your guests are gone home.
Mm-hmm.
Are you sure? Like I kept saying, do you want me to just put it in the freezer for you? Like I'll just put it in the freezer for you. And then his wife goes, he's had such a wonderful night. And he usually doesn't drink. So just, it's okay. Like I'll take care of him. And I was like, I'm trusting this man's wife.
And he is at his home.
And he is at his
Yeah.
home.
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
gonna
Yeah.
say.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
I was
So,
like,
Yeah, if
Yeah.
somebody told me I couldn't have a drink in my house, you'd be fired.
That's right.
But there are things that sometimes your bartender knows. But I said,
Yeah.
you know what? Absolutely. You're in your home. I want you to enjoy this night. Absolutely. Give it to him.
Yeah.
About 20 minutes later,
He was passed out on the floor.
he literally gurgled his way up the stairs. And I was like, oh, and see, this is what I'm saying. Like, you had such a fun night. And I could tell, like, things,
Yeah.
just as your bartender, sometimes we see things.
You see it.
We see things. But yeah, so how does the honey addition?
It's good. It has kind of a different. You can just taste the honey, right? Like, can you taste it now? That
100%. 100%. I love this. You knew I loved this 4 years ago.
Yes.
I love this.
What about
I think
you?
it's fantastic.
with the honey. What do you think? Which one do you prefer, with the honey or without the honey?
I think I might prefer it without.
Without
I think I might prefer without.
like
yeah.
I said, adds a little bit different level of sweetness, but there's something about I don't know if it's like not the fermentedness, but the more earthiness, I guess, of it.
Right.
Is that lemonade that you're using? Is that sweetened?
It is a sweetened lemonade. That's why I say like it is nice to do.
Have you ever done with the
But I like this one.
Yeah.
lemonade that's not so sweet?
So I've done with just a mixture of lemon juice and simple syrup, which is like you basically could just start with a raw like water, lemon juice, and simple syrup would be your sweetness. And I have done that before, and I like it.
I think I'd like the. What about just the honey and the citrus, the honey, the lemon, and instead of any sugar at all, instead of any syrup, instead of anything.
Well,
What about using the honey as a sweet?
Are you a sweet guy normally?
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
do you like candy, Cliff, or do you?
I do. I
like-
just don't like sweet drinks.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. There you
I'm
go.
not a
And I'm
mixed
the
guy.
same way
Like,
as
I
I'm the
don't-
same way as you. I like almost bitter more so than
yeah.
sweet.
I mean,
yeah.
You give me a whiskey
I
and a
like
Coke, and I'll beat you because why are you going to ruin the whiskey, right?
Yeah.
Give me the whiskey by itself, and you give me the Coke by itself if I'm thirsty. That too, that's
Yeah.
fine. Just don't mix the two.
but that's a really good segue to why we created the RavenWood Refresher, because I, like you,
Yeah.
I love one. I can do about one right
Yeah.
because I'm not a sweet girl. I'm honestly a vodka seltzer girl.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I kind of wanted to come up with something a little like that.
Yeah.
Right.
So I was thinking for this past summer festival to create something a little less sweet. So we came up with the RavenWood Refresher, which is your basic. I mean, it's just your gin, 1 ounce of lemon juice, and I do a half ounce.
A picture of it on the screen up there.
Yes, yeah. So and then we top it with soda water, which I find we balance that sweetness
Balance
out.
the sweetness. Yeah, exactly. And that, I mean, that's the thing, right? If you get like, vodka seltzer, and a twist of lemon, better with lime in my mind. A twist of lime is excellent, right?
And,
Do we have any more ice or no?
none in the freezer. In that
No.
fridge?
No.
Oh,
I was going to get Hailey to make you a cocktail, Leslie Ann, but there's no ice.
Would
So
you like to share? I've got an
would you
extra
be
cup.
would you be kind enough to take this one?
it's Tara May says it's 3 p.m. somewhere. You are right, Tara May.
And that's why we are here, and that's why we have alcohol
So,
in our
You know,
hands.
I asked Hailey the question about being the bartender and talking to different people and
Yeah.
having to what happens if the
Yeah.
person's getting a little bit past their limit,
Mhm.
that kind of thing. But I didn't ask that question to Cliff because he has Leslie Ann at home and he's her bartender.
Yeah, exactly. I am the bartender.
Yeah, I know you said the story when you come up to the dinner table and you don't have a drink. And Leslie says, well, Cliff, like, where's my
Cliff,
drink?
what's
What's
something
the
wrong?
holdup
I'm
here?
uneven. My equilibrium is off.
It's been a hot day. I'm thirsty.
Exactly.
Question, Hailey, and I don't want to go too terribly much into the science of this, but what do you know about body mass index and getting drunk?
Oh, what? Okay, so yes, your body.
So BMI, body mass index, guys, and a lot of people, sorry to interrupt, will I mean, if you're stopped by the police, they will talk to you about body mass index, and you'll have to do a breathalyzer, and that's stuff like that. So uh, dispel some of the rumors with body mass index and 6'5" people getting drunk versus 5'3" people.
And just before that, I'd like to welcome everybody to the middle of the podcast.
Oh wow, good you spotted that. Good
wow,
catch.
good catch.
You should, sorry, hey,
no,
we
go
should
ahead.
grab Leslie Ann, you should grab Chai so she can come in and taste this. I'm not sure. what
Yes,
she's
we will
off
get
doing
Chai
right
her
now, but-
Ravenade.
But yeah, that's a good question actually. Like how, like I'm a 5'4" guy.
Yep.
But I can usually handle
Give that for Chai.
my.
But
alcohol
Bill,
pretty
can
good.
you handle beer better than whiskey? Like
I think I'm pretty good at either.
right? Okay.
Like I can handle. Like I know when I've hit the point where I'm having a good time and I'm done kind of thing.
So
without-
alcohol is
without-
alcohol is
without,
alcohol.
without overdoing it. On the odd occasion, I might take that one extra one.
Yeah.
But I can usually kind of know where I'm at and know when I've hit that limit
Mhm.
and still have a good time.
I'm good at that. What a lot of people are not good at is that waiting game. What
Yeah.
happens is they drink
Yeah.
beer and then they drink another one and they drink another.
Yeah,
They're fine.
yeah,
They're
Yeah, they just
fine.
keep on
And then
going.
it just
Give it 10
hits.
minutes. Give it
Yeah.
15 minutes.
Take
So
some
I'm
time in between.
I'm very good at very
Yeah.
good at that. I'm very good at saying, I'll drink this beer, I'll chug this one
Yeah.
because I'm thirsty and I like it.
Yeah.
But then the next beer I get, and it might be not first one, second one, but whatever the numbers are.
Yeah.
And then I know when to now all of a sudden I'm just nursing this one because I want to see how I feel in 15 minutes, right?
Or what's funny too, Cliff, is you're sitting down at a table. You have a beer, you're fine. Then you get up to go to the washroom. You're not fine anymore.
You're not fine anymore.
You're not fine
Chai.
anymore.
We have
A
We have
specialty
one-
Ravenade.
one taste here.
And I only give you a little half because you're just a little baby.
So on that comment on BMI, boss Medi, body mass index and alcohol and stuff.
So in the thing, I've heard of the research. I wouldn't say I'm knowledge based, but I've actually heard that there's more research between male and female in the way that our hormones actually affect how your alcohol. Because Cliff could drink 5 beers and I could drink 5 beers and we could be hit.
Body
so
mass index notwithstanding, right?
Yeah.
Haley can be sitting here calm and Cliff's dancing on the table.
Mhm.
Well, that's normal, though. That
That's
has
right.
nothing to do with
And
alcohol.
then he starts drinking.
And then he
Yeah.
starts
Yeah.
That's
But
right.
I
Yeah.
will throw it out there to the myth: a cold shower and a cup of coffee will not
Ain't
make
gonna
you
do it.
sober.
Ain't
I
gonna
will
do
throw
it.
Okay.
it out to the world.
So what about and I've heard this too. So what about the rumor of 1 drink and 1 glass of water?
wonderful will keep you balanced all night. That is my secret. That is the trick.
So the old rumor of drinking coffee, because it's always been the thing. Oh, give them some coffee, they'll sober right up, which we know is not true. right?
Yes,
Yeah.
no,
Do you
not at all.
want to hear something interesting? It's actually a little bit counterproductive, I would bet. Now, you can Google this because I don't know. This is just my own analysis, but coffee is a diuretic.
Diuretic.
So
I
what's
knew
going to
you were gonna
happen
say
is
that.
you're actually gonna further concentrate the alcohol in the bloodstream, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
Might take a little time, but I bet you that's the case.
Okay.
Tara May has a comment up here actually. It's not only BMI, it's medications and the ability to
Metabolize, yeah.
metabolize,
Mhm.
especially if you have organs that don't work as well.
Mhm.
Laura says I cannot handle Smirnoff Ice.
Well, not now. Not after a teenage year.
Yeah, for me, well, it's funny that you say that. I haven't been able to touch tequila since my 21st birthday. It's just
After those 47 shots you did on
Shh,
your birthday.
You're not wrong.
Yeah.
You are absolutely not wrong. You used to love this stuff. Can't
Okay,
do
but
it.
come
anymore.
on, a nice sipping tequila.
No, Cliffy,
See,
no.
I can't do Malibu, but I feel like that's a reasonable thing
That's
to
a
never
reasonable thing
touch
to
never
again.
touch.
Yeah.
And again, I'm
That
not
stuff is terrible.
I'm
Oh
not
my
a
god,
that's
it's
a
terrible.
tequila fan either,
No.
other than, and you would probably call it the girly drink.
The Baja.
The Baja.
The Baja.
Oh, I don't mind
I
Baja.
like
I don't
Baja.
mind Baja. I don't mind Baja.
Yeah.
I don't mind Baja. Yeah, because you can't taste the tequila
That's right.
in Baja.
It just tastes
Right.
like
We had this-
strawberry cream.
That's exactly right.
I think we had this whole conversation when we did our show at Manual Labor. Remember?
Yeah.
We got talked about because we got talking about liking men drinking
Girly drinks, yeah.
And we were trying to decipher. So what do you class as a girly drink then? Like if I'm drinking a margarita, Does that mean I'm drinking a girly drink? Even
Les
though-
Land with straight whiskey.
My
Yeah, she'd be doing
Wow.
whiskey while I'm having my margarita.
Wow.
Brenton is the same way. He either loves like an old fashioned or a pina colada.
Or a pina
If there's a
colada.
pina
Oh,
colada on
mhm,
that menu,
mhm,
my man's
Oh, I
getting it.
hate that.
Wow.
I absolutely
Attaboy, Breton, because
detest-
I
don't-
agree.
cannot-
I
Let's
agree.
be real,
I
like,
have no words to say how much I detest pina coladas.
I love them.
I hate the fake pina colada mixes that have aroused now. Like if you have like if you have like a normal cream of a coconut and you've got your pineapple, like if you can make
If you could make it like okay,
a true,
maybe. I don't
that's
think
what
I've
I'm
ever
saying.
had one.
Okay, if you
Maybe.
can have a true, like wonderful, like you were fresh off the island.
Yeah.
Okay, those are wonderful. But yes, they're honestly 9 out of 10 pre-made drinks of
What-
pina colada.
What about a good Caesar? Because then you're getting your vegetables.
Yummy.
But don't leave Canada because
Yummy.
I think that was I had the hardest
It's
time.
not a Caesar out of Canada, is it?
Well,
Nope.
no, and I couldn't. We went to Vegas.
Yeah.
4 days in Vegas, and I'll tell you, all I wanted was a Caesar. All
Can't
I
find them in Vegas.
Can't find him, and I went crazy. I was going crazy. We went to the other side. I don't even care going to the bar. Caesar now.
And it's not and they don't have them outside of Canada. And when you do get when you do want a facsimile of a Caesar, it's not you can't order a Caesar. You have to say beer and can I get beer and clam,
Man,
please?
yeah, you
Can I
have
get
to.
beer? Can I get a beer and clam, please? That's what you have to say.
Because
So
I-
Bill,
you know.
do you like paralyzers then? If you like Baja stuff, do you like paralyzers?
No, I've had one when it's been years. But Baja Rose is probably the only thing.
Yeah. Problem with Baja Roses, I like it.
Yeah.
I couldn't drink, but I mean, you just drink it down like juice.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then, and then you're screwed.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true.
Well, William Kirkland says Back to the Future wake up juice mixture from the third movie.
There you go. And he says paralyzers are like women more than men usually,
liked by
or
women more
liked
than-
by women. I thought we had an adage coming up. Paralyzers are like women.
No, I
You know,
will say, bartending for years, most times a woman would be ordering a
of course,
paralyzer.
Les then
Yeah.
used to drink them by the
Yeah.
jug. I used to
Yeah.
make them by the jug.
You know
I
what?
used to make them by the barrel.
Wow.
Funny, but
It's
funny
so
story,
weird.
Funny story, real quick story. One time, Les then got our friends over, like 5 or 6 girlfriends over, and I'm like, I'll make the paralyzers, right? I did I'm the cook in the family anyway. It's a little little this, little that, and I'm like 2 paralyzers, and I made this kind of jug of paralyzers, and I made them all, 5 of them or 6 of them, whatever. And they were chatting away. I put it down and let them have their girl night or whatever. And I'm looking. Everybody's like, paralyzed. I'm like, what the hell is like this? So anyway, finally, one person, I think it was Lynn, she finally finishes the paralyzer and she goes, "Hey, Cliffy, any chance another one?" I'm like, "Oh, finally somebody wants." She goes, "Yeah, it's pretty good." I go mix her one, right? Because they mix another jug.
Yeah.
Go mix one, come back. Then somebody else going, "Hey, Cliffy, come back." Leslie's like rattling the glass in front of me. I'm like, what happened? The first one I made a jug, like a big barrel
They're
full.
taking their time
And they're
with it.
taking the time, and all of a sudden I'm like, oh, I don't need to make anymore. And then it's like every time I come back, I spent the whole damn night making glasses of paralyzers.
Do you know what's really funny about this? Leslie Ann is off camera and she's hiding her face. She's off camera and she's hiding her face. You're gonna beat me up in the parking lot after this, aren't you? Not? Yeah, you are. Yeah.
Laura says she loves paralyzers. Tara May says I prefer the hard stuff. I was in the Navy, of course.
There you go. That'll do it.
There you go.
In the Navy. Hey, I got another question. Urban legend. You drink and to, I guess, sober up, you eat bread. True or false?
So actually, false. It
Pizza,
will make
pizza.
you stay drunker longer.
It will make you stay
slows down the
drunker
metabolism.
longer.
Yes, all of the bread will soak up the alcohol, making it actually harder and stay in your body longer. So you will have a more alcohol in your blood for longer.
Don't do it, friends.
Slows down
Don't
the
do it.
metabolism.
Yeah.
do it, friends.
Anything that slows down the metabolism will lengthen the amount of time you
The
stay
But
drunk.
it
the
does-
pain.
It does take away the if I feel like, oh my god, I feel too drunk.
Like you're gonna-
It does take away the symptoms. Your body will be able to.
Isolate the alcohol.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
gonna say
Isolates the
it
alcohol.
helps your body, but it doesn't help sober you.
Yeah.
I will say eating is great when you get like, maybe I should take a break, have a bite. Yes,
Mhm.
eat the bread, have a sandwich.
Mhm.
but it will be like, instead of like, oh, in 3 hours, it'll be about 5.
I dig these urban legends. Kate, you get drunker on an empty stomach than you do on a full stomach. True or false?
That is true.
Yeah,
Yeah,
100% true.
yeah. And I will say, I will say, when I was younger and wanted to get partying faster, I wouldn't eat. I wouldn't eat because why would I get drunk?
that and pre-drinking before you go to the club.
Yeah.
What did you make with carbonated?
Okay, so yes, if I didn't want to rush.
No worries.
But so back to Cliffy's, we wanted a less sweet version. This is like a spritz or a fizz, so it's a refresher. So it's just your periwinkle gin, and then I did 1 ounce of lemon juice, and then I did 0.25 ounce of simple syrup, and then you top that with just simple soda water, and stir.
Sounds so simple.
And serve.
Very simple.
I like classics. I'm a very jeans and t-shirt classics. I mean, I like classics with a twist, but I love classics.
Somehow another drink just magically appeared in front of
So
me.
yeah,
isn't that
cheers.
amazing?
Cheers.
Isn't that amazing?
And
Cheers, guys.
If you did want a little bit of sweetener, we can always add a little
Can add a little bit.
teaspoon
Cheers.
of honey or
Cheers, honey
simple
or something,
syrup.
yeah.
Cheers.
Sociable.
Do people still play that game?
Okay, Cliffy, you like this one better than the other one. True or false?
I do. Perhaps,
Yeah.
perhaps a little too of the lemony, perhaps a little bit. But I would prefer that.
Less sweet, a little more sour.
Less sweet, a little more
a
tang.
little more tang.
And again, right? I'm English, right? We like bitters. But by very nature, I think it's hereditary. I think it's in the genes. We like bitters, right? So a little zest, a little orange zest in here would be like a thing of beauty, right? We'll add a little bit about bitter.
Yeah, orange would be good actually.
I've been experimenting with floral, like like rose
Rose
petals or
petals, yeah.
hibiscus. I actually didn't think it actually does it. I didn't think it did much to the flavor, but it really
lots.
does.
Yeah, it
it
does.
really does.
So it's not just aesthetics.
It's not. I was actually doing a mezcal paloma, and that's what I'm saying. If you don't like tequila, I would say almost avert to a mezcal cocktail.
Mezcal cocktail.
Because wow, they have really opened. Because I was like, I'm not a tequila, but a mezcal like
I
switch
don't think
up.
I've ever had one.
You got that
Mezcal? You never had mezcal?
I don't think so.
Is that right?
Okay, yeah, try that. A little bit softer, and it's really good. Like I love a paloma because I like that kind of bitter tang, like a grapefruit. will give you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I love. Again, it's the English thing. I love bitters. Like I love bitters in drinks, like a little orange, a little zest, a little orange zest, whatever the case be. It's fantastic, right? That and anything. If you're gonna have like a, like an after dinner cocktail or whatever, that's sweet and creamy and blah blah blah. Anything with a little bit of spice, right? That's really cool. Like even if you take, it's funny. The other day I have a holy basil plant. Osmum sanctum. There's 5 different variations, and one of the variations quite clovey. And you take one of those leaves and you put it in that cocktail. Oh my God! You talk about flowers and stuff.
Yeah.
There's some amazing things you can do, right? It's not only mint. Everybody thinks about mint as a herb, like mojitos. Okay, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
But there's all kinds of other things that you can do to really kind of build up cocktails that are quite unique.
Absolutely.
I love it. I think it's such a great. I think it's an artistic thing all on its own.
The
right?
mixology behind it is phenomenal,
Yeah.
and the avenues that you can take it. That's why I say like it's cool that a lot of people just drink to be social or drink to have fun. I've always just enjoyed alcohol and wanted to learn more. I've made home cider. I've been working with Bar Estates Winery. I love how like you can just make something and be creative with it.
It would have been tough for you during the prohibition periods of the 1930s.
I would have been underground in the
You would
cellar.
have been selling-
Boy, you look great for your age.
You would have been selling
In the prohibition
in the
years.
tunnels,
Yeah, no, I would have been
Down
running
in
the
the
tunnels.
tunnels.
Hey,
Tara May says lavender is also a nice touch.
yeah.
And that's what I'm thinking. Like I said, I think a nice floral kind of top
Yeah.
would have been also wonderful.
Yeah.
Hey, Hailey, play Battle of the Sexes. Women, you find in your experience, generally, I want to know the type of alcohol that they generally turn to, and then the drink that is most popular for women, and then let's do it for the men. What do you find?
I mean, and this is the thing. I wouldn't even say it's age range, but it is stage of life. Like if I would go from personal experience, I mean, when I was 18, the big thing was they called it a vodka slime.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But it's weird. It is. It's. I find women like lighter spirits. The tequila, the vodka. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's every woman.
You
that
say
would like
tequila like it's light.
the not
No.
so good tequila is the light tequila.
Is
The
the light
good tequila is the dark tequila. But
Oh.
yeah, I do find that women naturally gravitate to a lighter spirit, and men will go to the darker rums and darker spirits. It's from my. But yeah, and then the go-to was if you were young, it was vodka crayons, vodka slimes.
Yeah.
Then you start getting into your age, trying martinis. Craft cocktails and craft sodas have blown up. So like in my time, it's just been a different world of craft cocktails, craft beer. It's back from when yes, did I steal some Smirnoff and replace it with water back in
Sure.
the high school times?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's funny. We went
Yeah.
through stage. I mean, obviously a different age group, but we went through martini stages and all. Man, I had the whole bar set up for
Yeah.
vodka martinis and gin martinis and you name it. And it was a big deal. You get the cigars out and you sit around, and there's something really nice about it. It's almost like you build a speakeasy at home.
But that's what I'm saying. Like
Right,
that
it's fantastic,
connection, that energy that you get from just like mixing a martini.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
It's fantastic.
I used to love it. Like like you get a bunch of friends over, and I'm like, who's up for martinis? And you bring it, you mix it, you do the shaker, you do the this, and it feels good. There's
It
something
does,
about
yeah.
it, right?
Yeah.
And you pour that, and back in the day, it's like grab a nice Davidoff cigar and you smoke it the entire effing night. It's like it's fantastic.
Yeah.
And then get up in the morning drunk and go golfing. It's not a bad life, really.
It's a good life.
Yeah,
It's a good
Still
life.
smoking your cigar.
Yeah, still smoking the Davidoffs.
Yeah.
That's right.
When I worked in bars, they don't even make the beer that I used to drink anymore. So Molson Dry. It was called Molson Dry. They don't even make it anymore.
Beer.
Or they might make it. They might make it.
Real
But
beer.
but they don't
It was
stock
beer.
it. They don't at least stock it. Like I
They
don't.
changed the Molson Dry. I think was like taken over with the Labatt's. Like I guarantee that
Yeah.
brew, that batch is still,
It's still available.
on a different. But no, I remember Molson Dry. But yeah,
It was my beer.
It was a good.
So where do I find it?
You won't find it.
Beer.
Damn it.
Yeah.
You should get some beer, Paul.
The
Beer. I like Molson Dry because it's
I like
dry.
the beer.
It's a beer.
Who wants
It's dry. Because it's
I
dry.
know, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
Very interesting.
I loved that AGD. I don't know if they're still.
Remember
doing it.
AGD, the pop top?
That's what I miss. I don't know if they still do it.
I don't know.
used to have
I
like
think they
a-
changed it, Hailey. Because I bought Leslie and I used to drink by that. Literally, we started out because the pop top was cool,
It was cool.
and then the only problem with AGD is if it's cold. And I'm not I don't like frozen beers and stuff.
Yeah,
I know
yeah,
some
yeah.
people do. I need taste. I need to be able to taste it.
Yeah.
Again, it's partly the English, right? We drink beer warmer, not warm, but warmer,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But AGD, the one thing I found out about, like, if it's cold, it's lovely beer. It's actually very refreshing and nice.
Wonderful beer.
Don't drink it if it's a little bit warmer. It's terrible. It's
Yeah.
so bad once it gets a little
And
warm.
It is, and that's where I think people really hated it because it was like everyone taking it to bush parties.
The bush parties,
but
yeah.
it was terrible. Warm.
Terrible. But if it's cool, like if it's cold,
was a good
it's
beer.
refreshing
It's a
and
very
lovely.
good
And when
beer.
you pop that top, I always used to joke that you pop the top of the AGD, you guzzle that down and drink it, and now you have a nice, beautiful glass to mix whiskey in.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, no, it's wonderful.
I don't think I ever had AGD, Cliff.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever had
Yeah.
AGD.
Well, don't buy
maybe
it
once or
the
twice.
pop top. So
Maybe once or twice. The big thing for me in high school at lunchtime, Everclear.
You
remember that?
God,
You remember that, you guys?
gracious
Everclear. It's turpentine. It's
what the hell's the
turpentine.
proof, Bill?
What about lemon gin?
Lemon gin.
No,
Lemon
no,
gin.
no. That's the one gin I no.
Phenomenal.
No.
I don't. I can't.
Lemon
speak.
gin and 7. That's what
Oh
we used
my
to do.
No.
God, lemon
So
gin
when
7.
when in high school, we would put lemon. We would get cans of 7 Up.
Yep.
we'd dump majority of all the 7 Up and fill it up with lemon gin.
Lemon gin.
Then everybody thought you were drinking
7 Up.
Yep.
Sure.
So
Bill and I are similar age.
There you go.
Did you guys
could
ever do
go
it in
to high school
Slurpees?
with your
Oh,
7
yeah.
Up in your
Are you
can.
kidding me? That was like
Really?
the way to go.
Yeah.
Right? Slurpees used to walk around Main Street with
Yeah, you
Slurpees
just-
and cheer the cops as they drove by. Hey!
Yeah. Oh, there was lots of times
Oh
in
my
the backseat of the
gosh.
car drinking 7 Up.
A lot of people have hate for lemon gin, but I cannot speak. It's wonderful.
Now it's strong.
It's strong.
But
I'm not a
it is
lemon
good.
gin.
It
I'm
is
a
good.
gin guy, but I'm not a lemon gin guy either. So
Hey,
yeah,
that-
We called it that was the panty
The
dropper.
panty dropper,
That was
definitely,
the panty
definitely the
dropper.
panty remover. Yep.
Mm.
Have you ever had the Empress gin?
I have, because when we were kind of
Yeah.
researching, I have, but I actually find it's not an all night drinker for me. It's a one or two.
It's one or two, but
But
no, but that's true of, like, for me, that's true of any gin.
Mm,
It's
mhm.
always that
You said early on it's a start. Gin is
to
what
me
you
it's a
start with.
starter
It's a
drink.
starter, yeah.
Yeah. If I know I'm going out, I'm gonna go to the clubs afterwards or at the club, whatever the case be. I know if it's gonna be a night. That's how I would start. I would start with gin.
Mhm.
It's just to me it's good.
Different. Again, on topic, off topic. There's been a resurgence in mocktail
Mm,
bars.
hugely.
Gen Z,
And
man.
it's
Yeah.
huge, you guys.
It's
Now,
Gen Z.
there's 3 bars alone that I've
That's
known in
Sober
this
Life
city.
now.
Sober Life.
What's your okay? And that's what I wanted to have you comment
Gen Z,
on that. What do
Podlie.
you think, you guys?
And this is where it is so semi bizarre because I grew up in my very parents were very old school and drinking was social and drinking was family functions, like that was our adoption. And
Yep.
and I do think it's a wonderful addition because like when I was pregnant for 9 months, God, I was bored. I was so bored, and all these cocktails look so pretty and so good. So it was wonderful to still feel a little bit included and still have these wonderful experiences of trying a new drink, but not having the effects because I mean, I actually find a lot more people that I'm getting to know have these allergies to alcohol, and it's becoming more common.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's not even your choice.
Yeah.
So
They're saying that the stats currently are that Gen Z is quote unquote decimating the alcohol market because they don't drink. They just don't drink.
But it's funny, they go in a lot of different, from eating Tide Pods, but don't drink,
But,
Well,
geez.
it's so different.
and
It's so
and I mean, we all, I mean, this is not news where we can all thank the cannabis industry for dropping a lot of the sales in alcohol as well.
think so?
right?
I
You
do
think
think
so?
I absolutely think so, Cliff. Yeah.
California sober
Yeah.
is huge. That means I just smoke.
Yeah. What
pot,
is
but
California sober,
So
Hailey?
that is, I literally just smoke pot, but I don't drink. I don't do any harder. The California sober is smoke weed, do edibles,
Right.
hippie.
So if I'm
hikes.
just smoking pot, I'm California sober.
sober.
I am not California sober. Just an FYI.
Yeah.
Mm.
Well, you even think like at Ravenwood, we've had more requests over the past couple of years of people asking for non-alcoholic beer,
Non-alcohol. Yeah.
and finally
We
some-
sold out
so,
this year.
So Manual Labor, who we work with, finally came out with one with their new company
Mm.
Yeah,
that they have.
they're on
And
call.
So we sold out of it. So
Mm.
you watch.
Yeah,
right?
it was wonderful because I mean there's always one person driving or the responsibility, and there's some people that I just straight up said I don't like the taste of any alcohol I've ever tried, and I always try to say, well, let me make you something, but yeah, it's wonderful. I do believe as much as I enjoy a cocktail, I mean I like to do sports. I'm an athlete. I like to, you got to think the damage that it does on your liver and long time use. I mean, I had a grandpa who got his foot taken off because he just didn't want to stop hitting the bottle.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
I've seen varying ends, and I think that's where it's nice running a business that is solely, based on people drinking. My focus isn't just get drunk. It's connect, have a good time, have that experience that brings you together.
It's the experience. And honestly, in just about any scenario, in my mind, that's what was the fun part about cocktails and sitting
Yeah.
around and visiting. I mean, you touch on everything, and depending on where in the night you're at, you're touching on philosophy, you're touching on life, you're touching on a lot of things, and that's part of it. That's the foundation or the base of it is the cocktails, right?
Mhm.
And I think that's awesome, to be honest with you. It's one of the coolest things.
So you're not putting like a cocktail in your water bottle at soccer or anything like that
I mean,
when you're running down the field.
there's one for
Don't allow her to
athletes.
give away all her secrets, Bill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? what though? Like I said, I'm kind of naive and believe in the good in people. That did happen to me one time. I was working a new bar at a job or a new job at a new bar. Had this girl training me on daytime, and she was just so happy. She was just so lovely.
And now you know why she was so happy.
And I kind of was like, you go to the bathroom a lot. And
Yeah.
you take your purse with you, but like we're women and we have things in there. So I'm just like, maybe she's just sprucing up things and that. And then she's like, oh, I have this.
She's got to powder her
water
nose.
bottle. And I was like, she's like, I drink about three things of vodka a day. And I was like, oh,
Wow.
that's a real high function right there. I just thought you were so happy all the time.
You know what's funny? You gentlemen can attest to this. I was on a set one time, and I was I want to say I was PAing. I was production assistant, and one of the main actors could not work, and he American brought him over. He local production could not work until I got him a 2.6 of, I want to say it was Smirnoff. Could not work, and kind gentleman, nice gentleman, not belligerent whatsoever. Remembered his line, but could not would not, but could not. Something just didn't click
They had to function
for
that way.
him.
We
Do you know
did.
what I mean? And it was daily, you guys, and it was a 5-week shoot. It was
Wow.
daily, and it was a
Wow.
5-week shoot.
Well, we did. I did a 2-man fringe show way back where it was these 2 old guys that was in front of the house, and it was kind of about life. And then they all of a sudden don't get along during the show. But anyway, during the show they are starting to drink, and of course we were drinking iced tea, of course, because it was supposed to be like whiskey.
Yeah.
But then what happened to you was like on the last day of the show or whatever, somebody switched our iced tea
Yeah, but
on the last
but-
the show.
No.
but guys
Actually,
do
they
that.
used to do
Texts
that.
do that though in theater. Bill.
These
They do that. That's the
But-
thing.
These guys, right? I was in the show Nightmare at Fringe.
Yeah.
And we start out backstage. I always like that. Whenever I do a play, I like backstage, take a quick shot. before I
Yes,
get on stage.
yes.
I like that. So we did
Yeah,
that.
it loosens
I brought
you,
loosens
warms
you up,
you,
brought
yeah.
whiskey. But of course, my character was a drinker. My character was supposed to get drunk. So we took a shot.
Method
We
acting.
took a shot. I know. We took a shot behind the stage, and then of course I'd get on stage, but then it would be iced tea, right, on the stage, or they'd put one drink for
Oh,
me, something
yeah,
like
yeah.
that. Well, the last day, full alcohol, this much in the drink, pure whiskey, and I'm drinking this stuff on stage, right? And him and Trevor having a great laugh back there.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
That was
good fun. Though.
that
That
was
was
good.
good fun.
By
So
the way, we're down to
we're-
about 3 minutes here, guys.
Right. We're down to the last couple of minutes. Let's give the last few minutes to Hailey. Hailey, talk about your company. Where can people contact you? Why would people need you? A mobile bartender. So are you looking for? You're there for summer barbecues. You're there for retire. Talk about you.
Yeah, no, so absolutely. Hailstorm Hospitality, there's a Facebook page you can go to and visit. My personal name, Hailey Sidam, it also follows through that profile as well. You can reach me at my email, which is hailey.sidam17@gmail.com.
Sidam, SIDAM, my friends.
Thank you. But yeah, the reason, and I would say, is I provide an elevated experience that comes with bar service. Also taking out, any of the worry or the people will say, oh, like my mom or aunt's got pro serve, and it's just like sometimes it's nice to have a professional, just no worries, no stress, great experience, great time,
Handles it for you,
and
yeah.
people are being responsible and taken care of. But yeah, no, I've done everything from funerals to family reunions to weddings to private dinner parties, to any occasion that you would like. I'm doing a full sober wedding, actually, so a full mocktail menu.
Mocktail.
Mocktail, man.
Mocktail.
Yeah. So really, range of service is just like I said. That's why I like to say hospitality within my business name. And my one boss said it's not business, it's personal.
Mhm.
You carry that with you, and your image and what you put out comes back to you. I believe in putting out what you want in the world.
So I got to throw this out there, and I'll probably get. So a funeral must be a pretty dead crowd. I assume.
Go, dad joke.
What were you talking about the dad jokes earlier, eh?
You know,
Hail?
you get awake now and then.
Jeez. Jeez.
All right, Mr. Cliff.
Well. I tell you what, Saturday morning, a particularly good Saturday morning with drinks. I want to
Cheers.
thank Hailey, of course, for showing up. And I want to thank you all for showing up here. I say this every single weekend. We don't ever take your time for granted. We appreciate you being here. We appreciate the engagement. And of course, if you like this podcast,
make sure to sign up. If you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel yet, make sure you do that. Really easy to do. Also click on the notification bell, even though you know we're here every Saturday morning. If you don't have the opportunity to watch it live, you can always go back to the YouTube channel, click on the live video on the YouTube tab, and you can rewatch this. And surprisingly, I know a lot of you do, because we see a lot of views after you go back to watch it. And I notice now we have the logo of Hailstorm up on our screen.
Yeah, and again, a huge thank you to Hailey Sidam today. Thank you, my dear. Yeah,
it's
it was
a pleasure
great.
to be here. Thank you.
We have to do this more often. Can you come up with more drink?
What are you doing this time next week?
I've got some experiments when I get some new recipes. We'll put it
All right.
together.
All right. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for watching. We'll see you all next week.
and stay happy.